Well, good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to the 2024 live broadcast of Newton Rams Junior Varsity Baseball. We are live here from One Ram Way. As the contest tonight will put your Newton Ram Junior Varsity Rams against Southwest Dekalb High School. These teams have already played one time a couple of days ago. Southwest Dekalb was able to get the best of us in that game. The game was cut short at 5 innings because of the daylight dropped and there were no lights to keep the game going. Well, we won't have that problem here at Newton Rams at One Ram Way, as day turns out to be a pretty nice day. Sun is still shining here. Game is supposed to start at 5:30. Umpires and the coaches talked a little bit longer, but now our boys have taken the field, and we should see first pitch in about 2 to 3 minutes. Once again, thank you all for watching the broadcast. It's been outstanding. Well, we've had an outstanding time of doing each and every broadcast, and this looks to be another one. Once again, our varsity team is actually playing at a different location today. They're starting at the same time, so you may see them up on Game Changer. But if you get a chance, tell somebody else that the Junior Varsity Rams are at it again as we get ready to start tonight's game against Southwest Dekalb. Jarrell Martin's on the mound today. We are at full strength, as both teams have been combined together to make our Junior Varsity the game. And the first pitch, low and outside. Second pitch. Caught that high outside corner. Umpire didn't think so, but he gives us a ball, and that'll make it 2-0. Come on, Real. Nice pitch, catching that outside corner.
Good pitch.
Takes the count to 2-1. I watched Real in warm-ups, and he was unleashing some stuff that I hadn't seen before, so we'll see if he can do that again during the game as he throws the inside pitch, gets the bat of the swing, and it goes to 2-2. So Jarrell Martin trying to knock the first batter down in the pitch. High and inside, takes the count full. And your count is 3-2 here as the first batter in the top of the first inning between your Junior Varsity Rams and your Southwest Dekalb High School. Nice pitch, swung and missed, no drop. So Jarrell knocks down the first batter. And there's one out here, folks, in the top of the first inning. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning into the live broadcast. We are broadcasting live from One Ram Way. It's Junior Varsity Baseball. Only way to be done. I'll go over some of the positions here once we continue to go through the lineups. The pitch from Rail on the second batter, outside a little bit far. And umpire gives him a ball. Catch back. Far outside. And that takes the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Anthony Vasquez is playing catcher today. Cameron Horn's on first base. The pitch is low and inside, so that's 3 balls here for Jarrell. We got Jay Weaver on second base. We got Jay Shearwood playing shortstop. And Devontae Hardman is on third. As after the first batter, Jarrell throws 4 straight balls, and we walk the next batter. All righty. Man on first base, he takes off running. Ball gets away from the catcher, and he's still second. Got a small turn. Catcher still trying to get the ball. He's able to get the ball and bring it back in. But a stolen base here. One ball, one strike here in the top of the first inning. With a man on second base, Jarrell Martin on the mound, and the pitch. Right down the middle. Great pitch by Jarrell Martin. And it takes the count to 1-2. All right, so the count is 1-2 here in the top of the first. We already got one out. Jarrell strikes out the first batter. The second batter, he walked. And this is the third batter with 2 strikes. Throws it in, fouls it off. The batter is battling right now, trying to stay ahead of the count. Once again, a beautiful day here. Monday evening. Sun is still out. And the pitch. Nice pitch by Jarrell, and he mows him down. So Jarrell strikes out 2 of the top 3 batters. So with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. So far, Jarrell's in complete control after walking that second batter. High and outside. And the pitch. Outside. Looks like the batter swung. We throw it down to third base. Oh, a good stop by the third baseman as the ball took a bounce in the ground. I'm really surprised. All right, so our third baseman was hitting the leg. Actually, I hate that he got hurt like that, but if it hadn't hit his leg, it might have drifted out into left field and we could have gave up a first run. But they're going to give Devontae Hardiman some time to walk it off, as Jarrell had to go over and get the ball. So we do have to let him know that the ball is still live. I understand he was hurt, but he's got to grab that ball to stop it because Southwest Cab was being real nice. They could have just boogied that man on home, and there was nothing we could do about it. All right, so our coach walks back to the dugout. And the count is 1-1. No. Swing and a miss. And the pitch. High and outside. Takes the count to 2-2. All right, so Southwest Cab threatening here in the top of the first inning. We got 2 outs with a man on third base. The count is 2-2 in the pitch. Low and inside. Good stop by the catcher. So Mr. Vasquez does a great job of stopping that ball. Takes the count full at 3-2. All right, Coach. So it's full count here. 3-2. Man on third base. Bottom of the first. Let's see if Jarrell can go ahead and get him. High and outside. That's going to walk that batter. And now they have a man on first and third. All right, folks, Jarrell got himself in a little bit of a pickle here as they call timeout and get a pinch runner for the first baseman. I believe that gentleman, we played him before. I want to say he's playing catcher, so they're going to swap out the catcher. And here in the top of the first, they have a man on first and third. Jarrell struck out 2 batters. We're trying to see if we can get another batter out before giving up a run. So let's see if Jarrell can go ahead and throw something down the plate, get them to swing. Nice pitch by Jarrell. Gets the batter to swing and miss and takes the count to 0-1. Batter runner on first takes off. We're going to give him that base. And now they have a man on second and third in scoring position. And the count is 1-1. All right, so here's Jarrell bringing the pitch That's a little bit high. Takes the count to 2-1. There is a base open, but we'd rather go ahead and mow this one down. Take deep breath, Rail. Come on. Get out of this inning. So here's a pitch. Nice pitch hit to left field, and that goes foul. Nice big swing by the batter, number 4. He crunked one to left field. Fortunately for us, it goes foul. Now take the count to 2-2 here in the top of the first inning. With a man on second and third, we're trying to avoid giving up a run in this inning. And the pitch. Ooh. Low and inside. Takes the count to 3-2. And, of course, the other team wants the batter to take that hit, but they don't feel good. And the pitch. Nice pitch. Oh, high and outside, and Darrell walks him. So now we got a little issue here trying to see if we can get out of this inning now. The count, the bases are juiced right now. We have 2 outs in the inning. All we need is 1, and we can get out of here. Left-handed batter comes to the plate. Jarrell throws it down, catches it right down the middle. That's a strike. Good pitch for Jarrell to start off this batter as the count is 0-1. And the pitch. High and inside. Batter ducks out the way. Takes the count even at 1-1. Take time, Rail. All right, folks, count is 1-1 here in the top of the first. Southwest Dekalb has the bases juiced. And the pitch. Ooh, that's nice right there. That comes right there on that outside corner. Takes the count to 1-2. So Jarrell Martin trying to get himself and the team out of this inning. 2 outs here. Bases loaded. And he's ahead in the count 1-2. And the pitch. Ooh. He caught that outside corner. Unfortunately, the umpire did not agree with that. It looked good to me from here, folks. I'm directly behind the umpire. And that'll take the count even at 2-2. And the pitch. Nice pitch. Hit over there. Right there in the hole. He misses it. They bring one in. They get the ball in. And they're going to play 2 on us, folks. So we had a play. Jacorian Weaver came over. He did not put his glove in the dirt. It seemed like if he had, we may have been able to make that play. Yeah. All right, so they played 2 on that one, and now they have a man on first and third. Runner takes off to second base. We're definitely going to give him that one. Word down, Rail. All right, so almost getting ourselves out of the inning. Just went underneath the glove of our second baseman. Batter hits a foul down, almost takes out the third base coach. Stay there. All right, the count is 1-2 here. We're still trying to get out of this inning, folks. Let's see if Jarrell can go ahead and blow one right past him. And the pitch. Catches it outside corner, and we're out of the inning, folks. So after Rail got himself in a little trouble, he got the man to ground into which should have been a out. Unfortunately, went right underneath our second baseman's glove, headed into the outfield, and they were able to play 2. So as we go into the bottom of the first inning, Southwest Dekalb leads our Junior Varsity Rams 2-0. All right, folks, like to talk about our platinum level sponsor, Shamitria Dixon and her State Farm Insurance Company. She has been a pillar in the Newton High School community for such a long time. Being a former Ram, Shamitria has continued to prove why investing back into your school and community is essential to the continued growth and prosperity within the Covington area. When approached with the opportunity to support the JV baseball program, she didn't think twice. Not only did she sponsor the team in the live broadcast, she showed how important it is to her, her family, and her business by becoming a platinum level sponsor. And the first pitch to Devontae Hardiman. He's our first batter here tonight. Here's a ball. And the pitch. Catches the outside corner. And it evens the count up at 1-1. And the pitch. Caught on. Got a nice one right over the first baseman's head. So Devontae Hardiman hits a nice little single out to right field. All right, so Devontae Hardiman gets a single here right over the first baseman's head into right field. And he starts us off with our first base runner of the day. We trail this contest 2-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Southwest Dekalb makes their trip over here to One Ram Way. And our junior varsity is back at the plate. And Jacorian Weaver is the next batter. Devontae takes off on the first pitch. Looks like he's going to get – ooh, that was close. Great throw by the catcher. Shortstop was able to jump up, but Devontae was able to steal right underneath it. And the pitch swung on and missed by Jacorian Weaver. Count is even at 1-1. Low and inside. Great stop by the catcher. Great stop by the catcher. That one gets by. We know Devontae is on his way down to third. Catcher's able to block it, knock it down. And it takes the count to 2-1. So we got a man in scoring position early. The first man gets on base, still second. Devontae Hardiman sitting on second. And Jacorian Weaver trying to get him in. Count is 2-1. Jacorian calls the timeout. And the slip left-hand pitcher looks down the strike zone, loads up, and the pitch. That's low and inside. The catcher unable to block it this time. Devontae Hardiman steals on a wild pitch. And he makes his way over to third base. Count goes to 3-1 here in the bottom of the first inning. Jacorian Weaver ahead here on the account. We trail this contest 2-0, trying to shorten up that lead here with a man on third base. And the pitch right down the middle gets Jacorian Weaver swinging. And that evens the count. Jacorian evens the count at 3-2. Count is full here, folks, at the bottom of the first inning. And the pitch. That's outside. Jacorian takes the base. And now we have a man on first and third. No outs here in the bottom of the first. Jay Sherwood was sitting on deck. He will appear in the batter's box with Jarrell Martin sitting on deck. So after giving up 2 runs in the first inning, our junior Rams have put a man on first and third. Both batters able to get on, reach base. And now we have Jason Yearwood's been springing the bat pretty good all season. He's in the batter's box. And the pitch. Up. Batter steps off, looks over to first, then switches around to third. No throw. All right, and the pitch. Ball's thrown to first base. They got him in a pickle. He's throwing to first base. Okay, Devontae should be coming down. First baseman ain't even looking at him. Now we sacrifice the runner on first base and we bring Devontae home. Not sure if that's exactly what we wanted to do, but we got the man on first. Yeah, we gave up that run with no outs here in the first inning. Uh, we do get the run. Everybody's having a good time out here, so great laughter here for baseball. All right, folks. So what just happened here? Let me explain it to you. What happened? Devontae was on third base. We had Jacorin Weaver. They threw the ball as a pickoff. Jacorin Weaver didn't get back. He tried to go down first base. They had him in a little pickle. Devontae kept creeping off the base just a little bit. Then by the time they was able to tag out Jacorin, Devontae was able to slide on home. So that's how we got on the scoreboard as our first run, and it takes the count 2-1. We trail this contest to Southwest Dekalb High School. So now Jace Yearwood is in the box. I might be a little bit behind on the count, so let me try to catch up. No need to catch up because Jace hits one in the right field, and it drops. Nice line drive there by Jace Yearwood as he pops a single in the right field. And we keep the small little rally we have going. So we did give up that runner on first base. Not necessarily ideal thing to do, but it helped us get a run in, and we still trailing this contest 2-1. Jarrell Martin steps in the paint. It looks like it's going to be lefty on lefty. Pitcher doesn't like what he sees. He backs off the mound. We have number 16, Cameron Horn, on deck. As there's just one out here in the bottom of the first. Runner takes off running on the first pitch. He slides in there. Good throw by the catcher. Shortstop unable to make the catch, and Jace gets in there safe and sound. All right, so that first pitch, I believe, was a ball on Jarrell. Jace boogies down to second base. Jarrell looks at one go outside. Ooh, that caught the outside corner. That looked kind of shady to me. That didn't seem like he caught the corner, but the umpire calls it a strike, and now the count goes to 1-1. So as I look into right field, it's a beautiful thing to see when we turn our scoreboard on, as it reflects everything that I'm doing here online. Folks, thanks again for tuning into the live broadcast here on YouTube and Facebook. And the pitch, low and outside. That'll take the count to 2-1 here on Jarrell Martin. All right, so lefty on lefty matchup here. Jarrell's pitching for us today. Did a good job in the first inning. We gave up 2, not necessarily needed to. And that goes high and outside. Takes the count to 3-1. So Jarrell ahead here in the count. The pitch comes in there. I know Jarrell's going to take it for a ride, as we have Jace Yearwood on second base, who's always a threat to steal. And the pitch. Low and outside. Jarrell takes off, and though Jace Yearwood, he also takes a base as well. All right, so Jarrell would hit some head-up base running here as Jace makes it down to third. Jarrell walks and then steals second base. All right, so we're sitting real pretty here right now. We're trailing on the scoreboard 2-1, but we have a man on second and third here in the bottom of the first. And Cameron Horn, number 16, is up to the batter's box. And the first pitch. Low and in the dirt. Catcher unable to block it, stop it. He doesn't have an idea where it goes. Both runners move along, and Jace Yearwood comes in to score. All right, so Terrell moves to third base. Jace comes home, gives us our second run, and then we tie up the score. Coach calls the timeout and goes and talks to his left-handed pitcher. So we have one out here in the bottom of the first inning. Score is tied at 2-2. Once again, we have one Ram way here for our junior varsity game. Our Rams got behind on the scoreboard of a count of 2-0. We just made it up with Jace Yearwood being able to steal home on a wild pitch. And Jarrell moved over to third, but as I look out there, it is a pinch runner. Once Jarrell stole second base with his heads up base running, they weren't paying attention. He was able to steal on the second, so we changed out the base runners because Jarrell is pitching for us tonight, and we do have a pinch runner there on third base. So the count is 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning to Cameron Horn, number 16. Number 10, Gabriel White sits on deck. And the pitch. That's high. Oh, Cam goes for the high pitch. Swing and miss on that one, and takes the count to 1-1. And the pitch. That's low and in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher there. Yeah, the catcher's doing a great job stopping that ball. That could have been ugly. We had a man on third base, and he surely was going to come home. All right, so that takes the count to 2-1 here in the bottom of the first inning. Cameron Horn's up to bat with a man on third base. And the pitch. That's kind of high. That'll take the count to 3-1. So Cam Horn way ahead here in the count at 3-1. Has two pitches if he wants, or if he can take one for a ride here on this next pitch. But he's sitting in the pole position as the pitcher has to bring something to him. And the pitch. Oh, that's right down the middle. Caught that outside corner. And that'll take the count full at 3-2. So that was a good pitch. Cam had a chance to take that one because he had two pitches. But now the count is full. So it's pitcher against batter. Let's see who's going to win this one. Counts even at 2-2 here in the bottom of the first inning with a man on third. Ooh, that's high and inside. He loses him, and that gives our man a walk down to first base as number 10, Gabriel White, steps up to the plate. Once again, folks, we still only have one out here in the bottom of the first inning. We're threatening again here as we've even up the score at 2-2. Number 10, Gabriel White, been swinging the bat really well here for our Rams. Gives them a good opportunity to try to get some numbers across the plate. And the pitch. Inside, catches the corner. Gabe watches it go by, and his count is 0-1. Lefty on lefty again. And that's high and outside. Takes the count to 1-1. And the pitch. And that's low and outside. Takes the count to 2-1. So as the parents make it in from their hard, long days at work, they get settled in. The crowd is starting to build up for our junior varsity Rams. So the count is 2-1 here. And the pitch. Oh, foul tip. It was a little high. Gabe went for it anyway. And that takes the count even at 2-2. All right, so the count is 2-2 here in the bottom of the first inning. We got one out. Man on first and third. And the pitch. And the ball's hit down to first base. He tags first base. Doesn't work to throw, but Gabe gets an RBI here as he grounds out to first base, but our runner was able to come on in, and that'll give us two outs here in the inning. But we do get one played for this inning. So that'll take us to two outs here as we increase our score to 3. So now we take the lead here in the bottom of the first inning, 3-2. Cameron Horn sits at second base in the pitch. Ooh, nice pitch, catches that outside corner. Nick Johnson swings and misses. All right, we take the lead here in the bottom of the first inning. Pitch is high and outside as Nick Johnson watches that one go by. Evens up the count here at 1-1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss by Nick Johnson. Nice pitch by the pitcher as he blows it past him. What happened? Oh, wow. I'm sorry, folks. I've been down to change the count, and it looks like they picked off our base runner on second base. From looks of it, sounded like he might have been safe, but the umpire saw differently. And that'll move us into the top of the second as our runner is picked off on second base. The True Smoothie Juice Bar. James and the Co. at the True Smoothie Juice Bar have started a business right down the street from One Ram Way. Their smoothies are excellent. Upon given an opportunity to support the JV program, they immediately jumped at the opportunity. Folks, this is one smoothie bar that you will go back to over and over again. They're making it easy for you to indulge in their products as they will be selling their delicious smoothie treats right at our Newton High School concession stand. Good. I can't wait. All right, folks, as Jarrell Martin goes back on the hill, we lead the contest 3-2 in the top of the second inning. Once again, just to go over everybody's position, we got Jarrell Martin pitching. We got Anthony Vasquez catching. We got Cameron Horn on first base. We have Jay Weaver on second base. We got Jace Yearwood, shortstop, and Devontae Hardiman rounds out the infield on third base. In left field, we have Nick Johnson, center field, Cam Armstrong, and to round off the outfield, Gabriel White in right field. And the pitch. First pitch by Jarrell here in the top of the second inning is a ball. Runner turns around to bunt. He puts it out there, bunts it down third baseline. Unfortunately, it goes foul for them as Devontae was in position. And that'll even the count up at 1-1. The pitch. Looks like it bounced off the plate. Umpire steps up. And that'll take the count to 2-1. And the pitch. Ooh, catches that outside corner. Nice pitch by Jarrell. Evens the count out at 2-2. Once again, I want to thank everybody for logging in to Facebook or YouTube as we're broadcasting live here from One Ram Way as our Newton Ram Junior Varsity squad takes on Southwest Dekalb Junior Varsity. Oh, the ball is inside. Hits the batter in the hand. Hits the batter in the hand. He drops his glove, walks off to the right-hand side. And the runner's hit by the pitch. He takes his base down at first base and hit him right there on the hand. He shakes it off, but they're going to give him a little time to get himself together. They can't aim at the shoulders and the knees, but they just hit him. So they're still checking on the runner over at first base. Hit him in the hand. Looked like he had a little more energy. Coach picks up some dirt and throws it on his hands. So old school coaches here. Love to see it. All right, so they get their first batter on after being hit by a pitch. Drill goes back to work. And the pitch. Catches that outside corner for a strike. And the pitch. Inside and low. Takes the count to 1-1. All right. Jarrell looks off the first baseman. Swing. Ooh, low and inside. Takes the count to 2-1. Count is 2-1. And that one goes high too, so that's 3-1 here. Got a man on first base. Jarrell trying to find the strike zone here as he's behind in the count, 3-1. We're in the top of the second inning. The pitch, ooh, caught that inside corner, but umpire didn't think so, and that's going to walk him down to first base. So now they got the first two batters on base. Jarrell got himself in a little bit of trouble here as they got a man on first and second here in the top of the second inning. All right, folks, I want to thank everybody again for tuning into the broadcast. Let everybody know that you're watching this game live in living color on YouTube or Facebook. The sun came out, warmed up the atmosphere, and very, very nice playing conditions here as we start continue with the game here in the top of the second with no outs. Ball's low and inside. Southwest Dekalb coaching staff and players are asking the batter to wear that pitch. But that'll take the count to 2-0 on Jarrell's next pitch. So Jarrell, and our Ram coach decides to give a timeout to go out and talk to Jarrell. All right, and we go back to action here in the top of the second. Coach just had a conversation with Jarrell, and here's his third pitch. Right down the middle. And that's a strike. That'll take the count to 2-1. So let's hope Coach was able to put some good words into Jarrell's ears and keep him right where he needs to be. And the pitch. Another good pitch there as he gets the batter to swing and miss. That evens the count out at 2-2. After walking the first two batters, Jarrell has come back right now and thrown two straight strikes. Looking to throw another one to see if we can get off this batter and get our first out of the inning. And the pitch. Another good pitch, but it looks like it's hit the shortstop. Looks like we got should have had a chance to run a double play, but we get one out on first base. I think the ball carried a little bit longer than what Jay stopped, but he got the sure out over there at first base. Mm-hmm. So Jason Irwin gets the sure out over there on third base. That's Cam Horn. All right, so Jace throws over first to Cam Horn. We get the out, and now they have a man on second and third. One out here, and the bottom of the second is Jarrell gets the batter to swing. He fouls the ball back to the backstop, and that'll take the count to 0-2. So ever since the conversation with the coach, Jarrell has thrown nothing but strikes. As he grabs the ball, takes it back to the mound, and he's trying to get himself out of this. And the pitch. Nice pitch by Jarrell as it's fouled off over the backstop. Great pitch, great swing. And that'll keep the count at 0-2. And the pitch. Right down the middle, he gets him a swing, tip foul into the catcher's glove. And Jarrell coming back strong here after the conversation with the coach and gets his second strikeout. Well, I think that was his first strikeout here of this inning as we put the man out on first base. All right, so Jarrell got himself in a little trouble, but he's battling himself out of it. Man on second and third. We got 2 outs here in the top of the second. Swing and a miss here. Jarrell is rocking and firing right now. Got himself back together. So looking like the Jarrell that we know and love. We lead on the scoreboard here 3-2. Jarrell's bringing that heat. Ooh, throws it on the inside and catches that corner. So right now, I have not seen but maybe if one pitch that Jarrell has thrown since he's had a conversation with the coach. So we're sitting here at 0-2 here with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Jarrell brings it again. So Jarrell gets a little attitude right there and puts the next 3 batters on their back, and we get out of the inning. So excellent job there by Jarrell getting himself back together. And that'll take us into the bottom of the second. Being one of the first sponsors to come on board, the Lit Deli is once again right down the street from One Ram Way. They have an assortment of delicious foods from wings to fish and so much more. This business is right in our backyard, and you need to absolutely go by and try some of their menu items. Just being named Lit should tell you that they are bringing that fire. All right, folks, we start at the bottom of the second, and we pitch with Number 5, Nick Johnson is trying to beat out that throw. It looks like he will. The ball's missed by the first baseman, but great way to get up that line by the catcher. Got nothing but love for the catcher as he makes his way down. Because if he's not there, that ball, we move Nick over to second base. So that was an excellent job by the catcher. He gets mad kudos. A lot of times our catchers forget about that they have to be the one to back up that first baseman on a wild throw. So Nick gets in there safe and sound here on first base. And Anthony Vasquez jumps into the batter's box. We have Brian McLaren, number 2, who hit a bomb last game out at Mary Persons, is on deck. Runner takes off. Oh, Mr. Vasquez pops it up. Third baseman catches the ball. He throws it over to first. Oh, he misses the throw. And Nick Johnson tags the base after the throw that was missed, and he boogies down to second base. So a little fortunate there for us, as we should have been out dead to right. First baseman unable to make the catch, and we able to touch the first base and then boogie back down to second base. So a bang-bang play right there, but we do move the runner along. All right, so Nick's on second base now after first baseman was able to make that catch. It looks like they may have changed the first baseman. Ball is far inside and almost behind Brian, as that ball goes outside and wild to take the count to 1-0. But folks, I do have to commend about this catcher right now. But this bad boy he is making a lot of plays here for this Southwest Dekalb team. The pitch is swung and missed on by Brian. And that'll take the count even at 1-1. All right, folks, we lead this contest here 3-2 here in the bottom of the second inning. Brian's in the batter's box, and the count on him is 1-1. Nick's on second base, and the ball is high and inside. Takes the count to 2-1. As we have one out here in the bottom of the second. They change pitchers here in this inning, and the pitch. That's kind of high. Got to take the count to 3-1. So Brian's ahead here in the count, 3-1, with a man on second base. And the pitch. That's on the outside. That's going to give Brian a walk down to first base. And that'll bring up number 9, Cam Armstrong, as we only have one out here in the bottom of the second. The sun has set, and we got about 7 more minutes, folks, before those lights pop on. Okay. Man on first and second base. Nice lead by Brian. Nice lead by Nick. And the pitcher delivers the pitch. He turns for a bunt. Cam bunts it, but it goes foul down the third base line. And Nick's behind, Cam's behind in the count, 0-1. All right, so the count is 0-1 here. Bottom of the second inning, we lead the contest 3-2, and the pitch. High and inside. Didn't rotate back the way the pitcher wanted to, and it takes the count even at 1-1. And the pitch. Oh, that's high. Oh. Cam turned around a bunt. Luckily, he was able to pull the bat back before it was called a strike, and that'll take the count to 2-1. And the pitch. Swung on and hit right there in the gut. He hits a base hit. They're going to send Nick Johnson home. Nick is coming home. It's a great throw to come to home plate, but Nick's able to slide on in there. So we add another one on the scoreboard. Takes the count to 4-2 in our favor, folks, as Cam Armstrong gets a nice hit. Oh! Come on. as Cam Armstrong delivers a nice base hit and an RBI ensues. So sitting there one out, still with a man on first and second, but we did get one across the plate, and we increase our score to 4. And we lead 4-2 as Devontae Hardeman hits one to right field. Jeremiah drops the ball. The players advanced. Everybody had to hold up to see if he was going to make it. It was right in his glove as the play is still live, and Brian heads up base running. With all the commotion going on, he just goes from second to home and gives us another run on the scoreboard. So that increases our score to 5 as we lead this contest 5-2 in the bottom of the second.
Sit back in time.
So some good fortune there for us as the right fielder unable to make the catch. And once again, we have a runner on first and second. Jay Weaver at the plate. And the pitch. That's high. Catcher ain't playing back here. He throws one out to second base. Great throw. Gets our runner back safe and sound, though. And the first pitch to Jay Weaver is a high ball. And the pitch. That's inside as well. So Jay Weaver ahead in the count here, 2-0. We've played 2 runs here in the bottom of the second inning, and we lead this contest 5-2. And the pitch. Right down the middle. Third baseman catches it, touches the base, fires it over to first base, and woo! Tie goes to the runner. It looks like Jay Weaver made it. Third baseman made a gallant effort to get it across the dime. They get the man at third base as it was a force. All right, so we have 2 outs here, and once again, we have a man on first and second. But this time we have 2 outs. It is the bottom of the second inning. And Jace Yearwood is in the batter's box. The pitch. Ooh, Jay hits one right between shortstop and third, and they're sending Devontae home. Left fielder having fruit issues, but he has a gun out there. He gets the ball in, but not before Devontae Hardeman crosses the plate. So beautiful hit there by Jace Yearwood as he gives us a double, moves the runners to second and third, and we get one in with Devontae coming across the plate.
On that back foot. Hit a long way.
So great piece of hitting there by Jace Yearwood. Has been doing a phenomenal job all year. He gives us the runner on second and third. And we have our pitcher for the evening so far, number 11, Jarrell Martin, in the batter's box with
hey, you got to tap. It ain't that fast.
first pitch to Jarrell Martin is a strike. And the pitch, ooh, swing and pop back to the dugout. And Jarrell's behind here in the count, 0-2. Count is 0-2 here to Jarrell. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. And the pitch, that catches the outside, and it goes to 1-2. We have Jay Weaver on third, Jace Yearwood on second, and Jarrell Martin trying to bring him in. Swing and a miss, and the pitcher gets himself out of it as that is the third out of the inning. That'll take us into the third inning. We was able to play 3 more runs, and we increase our lead to 4 with the score of 6-2. Once again, folks, thank you for tuning in to the live broadcast of Newton Rams Junior Varsity Baseball. We are live at 1 Ram Way, as our Junior Varsity Rams have started off pretty good in this inning, in this game, as once again we lead the score 6-2. When it comes to good food and great ambiance to pick out, it's truly the spot that you want to be at. When you talk about everything barbecue, they have the menu that you've been looking for. Ribs falling right off the bone. Excuse me, just had a flashback. But being a hop, skip, and a jump from one round way, if you need to feed the family, they have what you're looking for, and you will thank me later. Rashard and Billy have reinvented their establishment, so stay tuned for an environment that will keep you coming back over and over again. All right, folks, as our athletic director is able to come out and get our lights turned on right on time, 6:30, they are turning on so our boys can see for both sides. Definitely makes for a more pleasant game at night. Once again, shout out to our athletic director, Mr. Cortez, as we will continue play. So, Jarrell Martin back on the mound. Finished that last inning great as he throws a nice pitch here. Starts to count off at 0-1. So, folks, we're in the top of the third inning. We lead the contest by 4 with a score of 6-2. And Jarrell Martin has found his way. Ooh, catches that inside corner. So Jarrell is rocking firing right now as he is way ahead in the count 0-2. So after that conversation with Coach, sometimes it takes that. He has really gotten himself together and he is blowing it by the batters. And the third pitch. Oh, gets the batter to swing to drop third strike. Mr. Vasquez makes sure he has the right angle, tosses over to Cam Horn, and we get the out.
Make sure we do something though for on the rounds. I already told Coach number 3.
All right, so we have one out here in the top of the third. First two pitches are balls here for Jarrell, and the count is 2-0. Swung on a hit right there in the gap between third and second. Third and short. Nice piece of hitting by number 18 as we get the ball back in and limit it to a single. All right, so the second batter, who is the catcher, who is doing a phenomenal job behind the plate for Southwest Dekalb, he gets a pinch runner there for him as they get their second batter on base. So one out here, folks, here in the top of the third inning. We lead the score of 6-2, and they have a man on first base. That pitch is high, goes to a ball. Brings the ball back in, throws the inside pitch, gets the batter to swing and miss, and that evens up the count here at 1-1. And the pitch. Ooh, hit popped over to left field. Oh, watch out. Woo, comes right over here, buys everybody safe and sound here behind the backstop. But that'll be in Jarrell's favor as the count goes to 1-2. And the pitch. Nice pitch by Jarrell. Gets him to swing and just another strikeout for Jarrell. So once again, after that conversation, Jarrell has got his stuff together and he is rocking and rolling here on the mound as he gets two down here in the top of the third. They do have a man on first base. The pitch swung and fouled on. That pitch is high, and the count goes to 1-1. And the pitch. Catches that outside corner, takes the count to 1-2. So Jarrell finds himself ahead of the batter here again here. Looking for one more pitch here in the top of the third to get us up out of the inning. And the pitch. Swung on, pop foul. Over the backstop again. And now to keep the count at 1-2. That's high and inside. That's a ball. And the pitch. Swung on and cracked out to right field. Gabriel White sits out of there, and he makes the out. So after allowing one man to get on first base, Jarrell throwing a phenomenal game here. We get the fly out to Gabriel White in right field. As we go into the bottom of the third. When it comes to automotive repairs and maintenance, Robbie and his team of professional car repairmen can fix and help you maintain any and all problems you may be having with your automobile. They will help you to get through the root issue and also provide you with new or used tires and the bomb diggity rims to help your ride look cleaner than the bill of health. As we go into the bottom of the third inning, Cameron Horn is in the batter's box with Gabriel White on deck. Ooh, hits that outside corner, low and outside. Cam watches it go by, and the count is 0-1. And the pitch swung on by Cam. He hits a shot down the left third base line. That'll be a base hit there for Mr. Cam Horn. So Cam starts us off here in the bottom of the third with a single, and Gabriel White comes to the batter's box. So we lead this contest here 6-2 in the bottom of the third. Complete team is here today, and they're showing why they're not a bad team at all as Gabe comes up. Ooh, that's inside and low. And the count goes to 1-0. And the pitch. Swung on and hit by Gabriel. Second baseman goes underneath his hand, and Gabriel gets in there for a single. So nice line drive there. It gets it through the infield into the outfield. And we got something working here, folks, in the bottom of the third. So with no outs, folks, we start this inning off real good. 2 men on base, first and second. Cam Horns on second. Gabriel White's on first base. And Nick Johnson steps into the batter's box. Crowd is really building up here for a junior varsity game. We are truly thankful for everybody that showed up on both sides. South and West Dekalb has shown up and showed out as they came straight up 20 East. And the pitch. Swung on and hit in the center field. It's going to drop right there in front of the center fielder. Gabriel moves to second. Cam moves to third. And Nick Johnson gets a single, and he's on first base. So right now, we hitting the ball around and moving some runners. So right now, the bases are jacked with number 8, Anthony Vasquez, coming up to the plate. So one thing I will say, folks, this when this team is put together in its entirety, they can swing the bat. And so far, they're swinging the bat and getting on base. So with the bases juiced here, no outs here in the bottom of the third. Mr. Vasquez up to bat and the pitch. That's low, and once again, that catches, able to block the ball, and the count goes to 1-0. So we got Cam on third, Gabriel on second, and Nick Johnson on first, with Mr. Vasquez at the plate. Swung on and hit to left center. Nice bunt. This might be able to clean the bases there for our junior varsity Rams. As Cam comes in first, then Gabriel comes in first. Coach holds Nick up, and that gives us a double to Mr. Anthony Vasquez. So great piece of hitting there again, as our boys are swinging the bat and running those bases, and that'll increase our score to 8, and we lead this contest by 6 at a score of 8-2. So once again, folks, no outs here in the bottom of the third. Our Rams are really hitting that ball right in the gap spot where they need to hit it in order to move the runners. And now it's a man on second and a man on third. And number 2, Brian McLaren's in the batter's box. That's a little bit high. And the count goes to 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. So the lights are shining bright here on our junior varsity Rams here in the bottom of the third as we have 0 outs here. Swung on and missed by Brian. Nice cut. And that'll even the count at 1-1. Catches his outside corner. That's 1-2. So Brian watches one go by. That was a pretty good pitch. And the pitch. Ooh, that catches that high outside corner, but umpire didn't like it, and that'll take it even at 2-2. Ooh, that's another high and inside. Umpire doesn't like that one either. Good for us, and that takes the count to 3-2. So the man on second and third, Brian finds himself in a full count. We lead the scoreboard 8-2 here in the bottom of the third. Nice pitch, swing and a miss. And there's one down here, folks, on us here in the bottom of the third. All right, tough pitch. Brian might have pulled his head out a little bit, but he goes down swinging. Yep, we have one out here in the bottom of the third, man on second and third, and Cam Armstrong is in batter's box once again. Can't reiterate how good the back catcher, number 18, is doing for Southwest Dekalb. He is stopping everything. He's backing up like he's supposed to. He has been trained extremely well in the art of catching. As Cam Armstrong hits one to second base, it's a slow roller. Second baseman tosses it over first baseman. They get him out, but he gets our RBI as Nick Johnson comes across the plate.
Let it try.
So Devontae Hardiman steps in the batter's box with number 1, Jacorin Weaver, on deck. We do have a man on first base, but now there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. And the pitch. Swung on and hit to right field. There's no one there. It drops there, and we played another one. Big turn by Devontae, but he puts it in place, and Mr. Vasquez comes across. So nice piece of hitting there by Devontae Hardiman.
Follow.
That increases our score to 10 as we lead by 8 here in the bottom of the third. Great piece of hitting here for our young junior varsity Rams. As number 1, Jacorin Weaver is in the batter's box with Jace Yearwood on deck. The runner takes off. Devontae leads on pitch number 1. They bounce it in there to the second baseman. Devontae steals, and he gets in there safe and sound. All right, so Devontae Harmon sits on second in position to score. Jacorian Weaver at the bat, at the plate. We're trying to add to our 8-point lead here. And the pitch. Catches that outside corner, low and outside. Takes the count to 0-1. Once again, it's a real good looking crowd here today, folks, to come out and check out the junior varsity rounds as well as the Southwest Dekalb. And the ball bounces in the ground again. Great stop once again by the catcher. And that'll even the count here on Mr. Jacorian Weaver at 1-1. He got 2-1 is what he saw. Okay. Umpire says 2-1, so we'll adjust our scoreboard. So Mr. Weaver's ahead in the count here. 2-1. And the pitch. That's a little bit high. Ooh, he catches that high corner, evens the count out at 2-2. So we have a man on second base, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Jacorian Weaver trying to move those runners along. And the pitch. Swung on and hit right through that gap there between first and second. This has a great opportunity to bring Devontae home. Right fielder stumbles with the ball, unable to make the throw, and we get another one across the plate, folks. So we are hitting and running as Jacorian Weaver gets one in. Devontae comes across the plate, and that increases our score to 11. So our shortstop, number 3, Jace Yearwood, is in the batter's box with our pitcher, Jarrell Martin, on deck. High and outside. Somewhat like a pitch out, looked like to me, but Jacorian Weaver didn't take the bait, and that'll take the count to 1-0. All right, folks, we got 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. We put up several ones here. Pitcher backs off the mound. Mr. Weaver goes back to first base. And the pitch. He takes off. Ball's inside. It looks like a ball. Mr. Weaver gets there. Oh, he stays up. That was real close right there. He did not slide. And but he was able to walk in there. All right, so Jay Weaver gets in there after standing up. We thought he should have slayed him, his father, his uncle, his cousin, everybody. But he was able to get in there, and guess what? We move on. So with a count of 2-0 here. Oh, Jay swings at one and takes it to count to 2-1. So the 2-out rally continues here with Jace ahead in the count, 2-1. Bottom of the third inning. Swung on and fouled off to the first base line. Goes over the fence. And that's going to even the count here at 2-2. Count is full. Count is even here at 2-2. And the pitch. That's low and outside. Takes the count full at 3-2. So we got a man on second base. Southwest Cat trying to do their best to get out of his inning after we played it several runs here in the bottom of the third, and we lead this contest 11-2. And the pitch. Swung on. Jace hits one into the midnight air. Center fielder's right underneath it, and he makes the play. A little sketchy there for a minute, but he was able to corral the ball, and they'll get them out of the inning. Not after the damage has been done, as we increase our lead to by 9 runs, as we lead the contest 11-2. All right, folks, as we mosey into the top of the fourth inning, our Junior Varsity Rams lead on the scoreboard of 11-2 here. Great inning for our Junior Varsity Rams. As Jarrell Martin takes the hill again here in the fourth inning. So they haven't been able to do too much with Jarrell here ever since the conversation with the coach. And he steps off the mound, make sure he got the signal right here with the catcher. And here's the first pitch of the top of the fourth inning. Swung on and missed. Jarrell really has it working right now. He's pretty much getting any pitch he wants right now as he puts the first one right across the plate. And the pitch. Outside. Evens the count up at 1-1. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled down third base line. And now I'll take the count to 1-2. So Jarrell sitting pretty here, ahead in the count, 1-2. As we start off the top of the fourth inning. All right, so Rail heading the count here, 1-2, trying to put this batter away. And the pitch. Inside, hit down the third base line. Devontae puts his glove up in the dirt, tosses it across the first base, and we get him out at first base. So nice gun over there on third base by Devontae Harmon. He tosses it over to Cam, and we get the first batter out. So that's one out here in the top of the fourth inning as a beautiful routine play that you're going to see once the entire team is together. First pitch by Jarrell goes ball. Second pitch catches that outside corner, and that evens the count up at 1-1. And the pitch. Swung on and hit. Jarrell tries to make the catch, and he does a great job. Gets the ball, tosses it over to Cam, and we get the second out of the inning. That really was. That was an outstanding stop by Jarrell. He made a long stretch. He's a slim left-handed. He used every inch of his long arms to be able to catch that ball. So great job by the pitcher, definitely to help himself out. And he tosses it over to Cam and Horn, and we got the second out of the inning. So 2 outs here in the top of the fourth inning. Jarrell really has it working here as he's able to command every pitch that he throws, and he's helping himself out when the ball's hitting near him. And the pitch. A little high. And the count goes to 1-0. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. The count is even here. Top of the fourth, we got 2 outs. The pitch. Swung on and missed again. I'm telling you right now, Jarrell has it rolling right now. He is able to command each and every pitch that he throws as he's ahead in the count here in 1-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the fourth inning. And the pitch. Ooh. Cam tried to sneak one in there a little bit high. Brings the count even at 2-2. And the pitch. Ooh, catches that outside corner, and Jarrell gets himself out of there. He is rocking and rolling right now, folks, as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning, leading this contest 11-2 over Southwest Dekalb. Hey, folks, as we mosey into the bottom of the fourth inning,
Turn to third.
we got Jarrell Martin here sitting in the batter's box, and he takes
All
the
the way.
first pitch, and it's a strike. He's behind the count. He swings, pops one into the midnight air. It's going straight to the third baseman. He reaches out, and he makes the catch. So Cameron Horn, number 16, steps into the batter's box with number 10, Gabriel White, on deck. So it's one out here in the bottom of the fourth inning, and we lead this contest 11-2. Swung on and hit by Cam, foul down the third base line.
Come on, Cam. Give me a load. Give me a load. Give me a load and hit it.
That evens up the count here at 1-1. And the pitch. Swung on and hit the shortstop. He gathers the ball, picks it up, tosses it across the diamond, and it's a wild pitch. Cam goes down to first base. They throw it out to the fence, but the catcher once again is in position, and he limits it to one base. So Cam hit it to short. The ball was deep in the hole. I believe the shortstop could have rushed it and made it a little bit, got to the ball a little bit faster to be able to get it over to first base. But it works in our favor as Cam gets on first base. And that brings up number 10, Gabriel White. And the pitch, Gabriel fouls it off to the backstop, and he's behind the count on 1. All right, so we got Cam Horn on first base. Gabriel White is in the batter's box. One out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. You're in the pitch. Swung on and hit by Gabriel down to the first base line. First baseman catches it and get Gabe out, but he moves the runner over to second base. So that's 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. We still lead this contest 11-2. Cam moved over to second base, so we got a runner in scoring position. And Nick Johnson enters the batter's box. Swung on and hit there right in the. Oh, and it gets through the third baseman. Cam is hustling there for second to get to third. He makes it there. Nick makes a big turn. And we move the runners. So Nick goes to first, Cam goes to third, and we got a little something working here in the bottom of the fourth inning. So with 2 outs here, number 8, Anthony Vasquez, steps into the batter's box. So RBI opportunity here available for Mr. Vasquez. Let's see if he can go ahead and put it in play. As we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And the pitch. Runner takes off. Oh, gets down second base. He gets in there with a slide. Nick Johnson is safe at second. Cam stays put at third. And we have 2 men in scoring position. We need 1 out, y'all. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. The pitch. Ooh, that goes inside, and Mr. Vasquez takes one for the team as it hits him on the hip, and he walks down to first base. All right, so number 2, Brian McLaren, comes up to the batter's box. If I can remind you of Brian's big hit this past Saturday with the bases loaded. He's in that same position again. Let's see if Mr. McLaren can make something happen again as the bases are juiced here with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. Nice pitch. Ooh, taking his head off of it. Swing and a miss there. And the pitch. Again, hitting back to the pitcher. Pitcher decides to come home with a fielder's choice, and they get themselves out of the inning. All right, that's going to take us into the top of the fifth inning, folks, as we lead this contest 11-2 over to Southwest Dekalb High School Junior Varsity. All right, folks, as we make our way to the top of the fifth inning, we've changed pitchers. We got Jay Shearwood on the mound. He was playing shortstop before. That'll move Nick to third base. Devontae goes to shortstop. Looks like LaCorin stays at second base, and Cam is on first base. We've had a change in the outfield. And I'll have to readjust and let you know exactly what it is later on. All right, so we're in the bottom of the top of the fifth inning here. We lead this contest 11-2 as Jay Shearwood goes to work. Okay, thank you. And the ball is hit down the first base line. Cam grabs it, takes a picture to hold off, and he runs over there and touches the base, and we have our first out here in the inning. All right, so there's one out here in the top of the fifth inning. Cam did a solo out as the ball was hit down first base. He grabbed it, touched the base, and that gives us our first out here in the inning. Jay Shearwood goes back to work, catches that outside corner, and the count goes to 0-1. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the live broadcast of the Junior Varsity Rams here at One Ram Way. Pitches crosses that plate on the inside. That looked pretty good to me, but the umpire calls it a ball, and it takes the count even at 1-1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count is 1-2 as Jay Shearwood rocking and firing here in the top of the fifth inning. Once again, we lead the score 11-2. And the pitch. Ooh, right down the middle. And Jace Warriorwood mows him down. And that'll give us 2 outs here in the top of the fifth inning. All right, so batter number 3 here in the top of the fifth inning. Jace Warriorwood mows down the second batter. Inside corner, Jace throws another strike. So Jace rocking and rolling here. Got everything working here for our young junior varsity Rams. And the pitch. Smacked on by the hitter. Fouls it off to our dugout. And that'll take the count to 0-2. Jace is ahead. So Jace one pitch away from getting us out of this inning. And the pitch. Right there down the middle. And that's 3 up, 3 down. Our junior varsity Rams has it working here today. Once again, we lead the score 11-2 as we head into the bottom of the fifth. All systems go for our junior Rams. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the live broadcast, whether you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube. We really appreciate it. Let somebody else know about the broadcast. The more people watch, the better it is for our junior varsity, as we see a phenomenal crowd that has shown up to the turn up to the school today to watch our junior varsity Rams, and they're showing up and showing out as well as we lead the count 11-2. If you're like me, when I drive down Salem Road, leaving Newton, I look to the right, and there's a nicely built building with great parking. I said to myself, what type of service do they offer? To my surprise, it's a health and wellness establishment here to heal and maintain your well-being. The inside of this establishment makes you say, I should have stopped here a long time ago. The team at the spa at Covington is there to serve all of your health and wellness needs. When you step out to the community, you are bound to see old friends. The Clay Mart, ran by Johnny and Clay, have a store where you can find any and everything imaginable needed to be productive in your day-to-day activities. I was amazed with some of the things that I saw that I wouldn't know where to look for them any other place. You have to stop by the Clay Mart just to find something you thought you were not even looking for. Great people running this establishment. That's a rock throw away from one Ram Way. All right, folks, as we get to the bottom of the fifth inning, number 9, Cam Armstrong, second to the batter's box, and he looks at a pitch that's high inside, but he catches the corner, and that's a strike one. And Cam muscles one in the left center, drops right in, and Cam Armstrong gets on base, and we start the inning off with a single. So Cam finds the hole in the outfield, and we get our first batter on as the coach comes in, talks to the umpire, and not real sure what's going on here. I don't know if he's making a change, but we'll find out shortly. Looks like Southwest Dekalb is going to be making a pitching change. And I believe number 6, who was on first base, is coming in to the pitcher's mound. All right, as Devontae Hardeman steps into the batter's box, we may experience a technical difficulty, but he pops one to left field. It's going to hit the ground again, and it bounces in, and we get another single, folks, and we move the runner that was on first base to second base. So, once again, we just putting on a hitting clinic here as each one of our batters is making contact. Devontae gets a single to first, and that brings up number 1, Jacorian Weaver. So with no outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning, we lead the score 11-2. Oh, inside pitch, Jacorian fouls it off, and that'll take the count to 0-1. And it's hit to the right field. Jacorian Weaver gets a good one. Right fielder, steps underneath it and makes the catch. And that'll be our first out here of the evening. Ball is hit by Jace into the gap. Third baseman comes up, fires over to first base. He throws it wild. Jace sees the wild pitch, takes second. Jacorian Weaver comes in. No, that was Cam Armstrong and Devontae Hardeman. So that might be ball game right there, folks. All right, folks, as we put up 13 runs here, umpire steps in and calls the game. And that goes down as the bottom of the 5th. As you can see, when this team is together as one, this JV unit is really a strong unit here, as we'll take the victory 13-2 over Southwest Dekalb. So between both games, we split with the Southwest Dekalb High School Junior Varsity. And once again, our JV put on a great showing here for an outstanding showing here with the crowd to support their junior varsity squad. Folks, once again, thank everybody for tuning in to our live broadcast on YouTube as well as Facebook. We want to thank everybody for liking and subscribing to make sure that you are up to date anytime our junior varsity plays. So after today's game, we got a little break here as we've been playing several games thanks to our captain, our skipper, Coach Jordan, put together an excellent schedule, and the weather's been pretty nice to us. You'll see the JV once again later on Thursday, and once again we have a double hitter on Saturday. So until next time, we'll see you at the plate.